Do you ever look around and think, wow, the world is a crazy place, and it just seems to get crazier and crazier? Ease your mind and take a break. This is Fuel for the Soul with John Giftah. We're a hub for inspirational Christian sermons, practical keys for Christian living, and Christian discussions and interviews. You'll be inspired to live the life that you were created for. Your host is a top-ranking podcaster, best-selling author, world record holder, aerospace engineer, life coach, evangelist, and founder of John Giftah International. Welcome to Fuel for the Soul with John Giftah.
Hello everyone, welcome to this edition of the Fuel for the Soul with John Giftah podcast, where we are talking about various aspects with regard to getting clarity in life. And I really recommend you to go through the rest of the segments that we have spoken about since last week. We're talking about the various aspects on how you can look at various things and inculcate certain things, and how you can do the right things in such a way that you will be able to get the clarity that you require in your life. And today, one of the things I want to talk about with regard to getting clarity is that sometimes, when we are in this rat race of life, we're on the constant move, and we're always saying, I need to do this, I need to do that, and we're tied up with so many commitments, or maybe with regard to the future, with regard to your calling, with regard to relationships, or whatever. You may be in a place where you're in that constant mode where you keep wanting to do something, but there are two sides to this. One of the aspects that I want to talk about is, of course, you cannot be lazy, and you cannot just be complacent and expect everything to fall in place. But there is a place where sometimes we tend to go into this work mode, default mode, where we are constantly in that place where it's all about our striving, where our hard work, where we put our hope, trust, and reliance on our own efforts and accomplishments, instead of getting to that place where we take a step back, where we just pause and we just slow down to see things from a different perspective. I hope you're getting what I'm saying, because there is another aspect which I want to talk about in another segment with regard to slowing down and taking a step back. But today I want to talk about one aspect regarding slowing down. You see, when we are driving fast on the highway, or you're riding too fast somewhere, and you're not sure of the place, you're not sure of the road, what do? You can't you continue in the same pace. What do you have to do? You got to slow down. I remember there was a moment where on my birthday last year, I had to go for a bike ride, and my brother was coming on the other bike, on his bike, and I was just zooming. I was like, man, this is so cool. And I think this was one of those very first moments when I was actually experiencing my bike on the highway, riding at 100 kilometers speed per hour. I was so excited, and at that moment, there was a time when my brother was trying to call me and signal to me, saying, hey, you know what, we are supposed to take this right, we're supposed to take this road, but I didn't listen, I didn't pay attention, and I kept zooming till I went to a point where I lost the way. And we both met at one point, and then we realized that we had come a long way in the wrong direction, and we didn't know what to do. And we had to take U-turns, and we had to look for alternative routes, which was, there were so many detours and all of these things that we had to deal with. And then it started raining, and finally we reached home about 2 hours later because of the moment of me not slowing down. I want you to understand something here. God will eventually take us to our final destination, no doubt about it. But sometimes the delays happen not because we are too slow, but because we're too fast. I want you to understand, sometimes the delays happen because we are not going at the pace that we are meant to go. Sometimes God wants us to go slow so that we can see the clear direction, so that we can take the right road, so that we will reach our destination. If I had gone slow, I would have been able to see the the milestone or the direction post out there which will tell me you got to take this left or this right. But because I was zooming, I missed seeing that. And that's why I had this detour of over 2 hours. I want you to understand this important truth, guys. Sometimes the reason why you're not getting clarity is not because you're not moving, but you're moving too fast. Okay, there is a place for moving, there is a place for resting, and I'm going to talk about all of those things. But today my message to you is it's time for you to slow down. It's time for you to slow down a little. Maybe you're going too fast, and that's why you're missing moments. You're missing opportunities. You're missing the people that God wants to connect you because you're too fast. You're running ahead of the pace that God has designed for you. I want you to think about this. You see, only when you come to that place of getting synced with the plan and the purposes of God over your life, then, like a Kairos moment, things will fall in place. Then you will see God, making you be at the right place at the right time. Like how Boaz was in the field when Ruth walked into the right field. You see, if Boaz was like busy, oh, you know what, I don't want to just stay in this field. Let me go buy more fields or build more fields. Probably he would have been in a different field rather than being in the field that he was in where Ruth stepped in. You see, I want you to understand something. That sometimes the importance of slowing down can never be replaced. Like, you need to slow down. You need to check. You know what? If something is not working, if you're not getting clarity, you need to introspect. You need to slow down a bit. You see, when we think about Peter and the gang, when they fished all night, they caught nothing. They didn't say, you know what, I'm going to listen to a motivational speaker say, don't give up. So let's keep fishing till, we get fish. They didn't do that. At one point, they stopped fishing. They came back. And only when they came back to the shore, Jesus was walking by, and then he walked and he started preaching from Peter's boat, and then the rest is history. If they were still fishing, Jesus wouldn't have walked into Peter's boat, and none of those things would have ever happened. You get what I'm saying? So as much as we have to have this never give up attitude and keep going, there's a place for all of that, but there's also a place if something is not working, slow down. It's okay. Slow down. Come back to the shore. Because only when they came back to the shore, Jesus stepped into the boat and made history. Only when you slow down, you will get the instruction that God wants to give over your life. Only when you slow down, you can hear what God wants to say. Like I said with my example with my brother, he was trying to reach me, but I was riding at 100 kilometers per hour. I didn't listen. But when I slowed down and I was wondering, where am I? And then took my phone, I realized he had called me so many times. And then I had to speak to him, and then we met, and then we took the new route towards our home. So that's what I want to challenge each one of you today in this segment, that you need to learn to slow down. Slow down. Just like Peter, at that moment, he didn't keep fishing. He came back to the shore. He slowed down that process. You need to slow down. Whether if you're like, oh my gosh, you know what, I'm not getting someone, so you're going from one dating site to another, one dating app to another, or if you're trying to build your online business or your online presence, and you're going from one platform to another, you're trying the new strategy, the algorithm measure, all of those things, like over and over. If something is not working out, this is a wake-up call for you to slow down and see what God is asking you to do. What is God leading you to do? And when you slow down, you will get better clarity over your life. I want you to stay tuned in the next couple of days as well, because there are a lot of more topics to cover with regard to getting clarity in life, and I believe these are practical and they will be really helpful to you even with your life. I challenge you to share this around because I believe it is helping a lot of people, and it will continue to help them when you do that as well.
You've been listening to Fuel for the Soul with John Giftah. We hope you were blessed and inspired to live the life that God has for you. Make sure to subscribe to the John Giftah YouTube channel for regular uploads of sermons, skits, interviews, and more. Follow John Giftah on Instagram for regular inspirational posts. And don't forget to check out the best-selling books written by John Giftah, Who Am I?, which will help you understand your identity, and the latest #1 bestseller, Unveil Your Purpose, helping you discover your purpose and to start walking in it. Make sure to leave a rating and review, and be sure to share it with your friends and loved ones. If you'd like to donate, you can find the PayPal link in the description. And if you'd like to invite John Giftah to speak at your event or to get more details, go to the website at www.johngiftah.com. See you on the next episode of The Fuel for the Soul with John Giftah. God bless you.